All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? I see myself. Good evening. Good evening. Quickly, if you are here, help me share this live broadcast with your audience that we are live. I don't know if you can hear me or you can see me. Let me quickly check that, and at the same time, share with our Facebook and WhatsApp community, right? Yes. Share with our Facebook and WhatsApp community that we are live. Tonight I will try to be as calm as I can be. Yes, I'll try to be as calm as I can be. Okay, okay, okay. All right, we are live. Let me check if this thing is playing. Okay, yeah, it's playing. So quickly let me share that while we wait for our guest speaker to join us tonight. Our guest speaker is an amazing personality. Just want to meet, right? Yes. Guest speaker is one amazing person we want to meet, and sincerely tonight is going to be an amazing night, and whew, I cannot wait. Now let me give you a brief intro to who our guest speaker are. Okay, sorry, let me type. I'm trying to type and think at the same time, so it's really affecting me, right? Okay, visionary, we are live. Visionaries, we are live. We are live. Join us, join us, join in, join in, join in. I'm going to send this to as many people as I can send. Please send to as many people as you can send. All people in your contact that you want them to be here, please send to them so that they can join us live, right? Yes. And Godfrey Fine is the convener of Project 1000, and sincerely, Godfrey Fine is one amazing person you just want to meet. So we'll just wait for our guests for a while, while our guests join us. So last week we had Godfrey Fine and speak with us, and sincerely, I don't know how many of us have seen that video. If you have not watched the replay, I admonish you. Let me come closer so that you can see my face. I wanted to see my face. I'll be fine. Fine, but you know, I wanted to see my face. So last week we had Godfrey Fine speak with us, and sincerely, it was amazing. But Godfrey Fine blew our mind, and he started unveiling to us how he started his journey, how even 100 level uh, he did Project 1000, and trust me, it's not easy working with vision. It's not easy working in alignment with purpose. Sometimes purpose is very difficult. Sometimes the road is not always smooth. Sometimes the road is very what's that word when it's galloping. So he told us that he had, I think, 4 carryover in 100 level. So while most people were looking at him like, this guy is so successful, I want to be like this guy. He was battling with carryover. You understand? People look at you from outside and admire you, and they don't even know what exactly you are going through as a visionary, and they are just willing, wishing, and desiring to be like you. Unknown to them that your path is a different path, and their path is a different path. Do you understand? So they are just wishing, if I can be like this guy, if I can be, can't you see? This guy is hitting target, he's hitting his goal, he's doing amazing work. Oh, this guy has a lot of contacts. Oh, this guy has a lot of work. I just want to be like this guy. And you are here like, are you talking to me? I've had that experience again and again where people be like, I admire you. I see the work you do. You're so this, you're so that. Like, please, who are you talking to me? If only you know the fears I battle. If only you know the challenges I go through. If only you know the things I experience as an individual, you will not want to be like me. You will know that my journey is different. My journey is special to me, and so your journey is special to you. So you should um, admire your journey, embrace your journey, and walk with your journey. Do you understand? Admire your journey. It's beautiful. It's peculiar to you. It's your journey. Don't try to be like somebody else. Do you understand? Don't try to be like somebody else. So he said that why people were admiring him, trying to be like him, desiring to be like him. Here he was battling carryovers. So that's amongst many other things. That's why this live session, this visionary interview is set up so that you see these so beautiful people that you admire. These are coaches. Most of them are coaches. All the people we are bringing on our platform, most of them are coaches. So you see these coaches you are admiring, like, oh, I want to be like that coach. I want to be like Coach XYZ. I want to be like Coach AYZ. Coach XYZ is hitting his target. Coach this is doing that. But you don't know the fear they are facing. You don't know their personal challenges. You don't know their back end story. You don't know how they are living their lives, but you just desire to be like them. In as much as it's good that you desire to be like them, but it's noteworthy that you have to realize that your journey is a special journey. Your journey is a peculiar journey. Your journey is a sensitive journey. It's peculiar to you, and nobody can do the things you do. I normally say you are the best man for your job. Mm. See, you are the best man for your purpose. You are the very best man. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody can walk that face like you. You know, we have had this misconception and distorted idea about success. Do you understand? We have had this distorted idea about success. We feel success is amassing wealth and having this influence that people would die to have, will kill to have more. But that's not success. But I said, but let me start by telling you that success is the ability of a product to work in a predefined pattern. The manufacturer of that product has created that product to work. Let me break it down. If I created a phone to make call, the success of that phone is the ability of that phone to make call and make it successfully. Why am I still using success? The ability of that phone to make call and make it to the end and do and make the call properly and make the call efficiently. To that end, I would say this product I've created is successful. Do you understand? Now, the joy of every manufacturer is the success of its product. The joy of every manufacturer is the success of the product the manufacturer have created. That means, I beg your pardon, enter my mouth. If I created a product to work in a certain function, to perform some certain functionality, if that product work in that direction, I will be glad. Wait, please, let me look for my guest. My guest has still not come. Let me know why she has not come. If everything is fine, 1 minute, please. Ah, this talk was sweeting me already. Now I have to cut myself. Permission, please. Permission. Quickly, 1 minute. Let me reach out to the guest and know if everything is fine. What's wrong with my network, please? Uh, What's wrong with my network? She know we're waiting for her. Hello, ma. We're waiting for you. Waiting for you. I don't know why my network is not responding. Please, please. NTN tonight is not one of those nights where you just misbehave. See, by all means, respect yourself. Visionaries, you have to give me 1 more minute. Okay, she's here. Hello, Comfort. Can you hear me? We have been waiting for you, ma'am. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Can
hear
you?
you.
We have been waiting for you tenaciously. We're waiting for you with the whole of our heart. We're like, where's our guest? Where's our guest? I had to leave the stream, run, I started running to what state are you in? Adekiti, Abi? You're in Ekiti State, right? Lagos.
Network is not too good. Network is not too good at all.
Oh, your network is not so good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me now, right? Yeah, I said
Yes.
we're looking for you. We're shouting, where's our guest? Where's our guest? Wanted to run to Lagos. We're trying to run to Lagos and carry bring it a live stream. Hey man, where are you? We are waiting for you.
I'm here.
Welcome.
Network, I've been trying to connect. Yeah.
Oh my, really sorry about that. Really sorry about that.
That's
All
okay.
right, friends and family, we have the prestigious, the phenomenal, the amazing. What other word can I use to quantify this lady? The purposeful. Yes, she's very purposeful. She's one sweet purpose coach you want to relate to. The phenomenal comfort Adekunle. All right, I'll just quickly wrap up what I was saying. Then we'll tell comfort. We'll start interviewing comfort. Trust me, hi. The success of men are in their story. If you want to know how a man is successful, you want to read their story, you want to hear their story, you want to listen to those strategic things they did that actually lifted them from the point they were to the point they currently are. Trust me, you want to listen to this story. This one story, I'm not heard the story myself. My body is doing me somehow. So I'm happy, I'm happy that I'm going to hear this story. So let me quickly round up what I was saying. I said most of us have a uh, distorted mindset or a distorted idea concerning success. We have perceive success to be the ability to amass wealth and live an influential life. In as much as those things are good, but that's not the whole idea concerning success. Your idea concerning success is the ability of a product to function in the capacity the manufacturer has created it to function in. If like I said, like I was trying to explain before, I needed to go and call discomfort. If I created a phone to make call, the ability of that phone to make that call efficiently, that's the success of that phone. So the joy of every manufacturer is that the product he creates is successful. And we are all products of God. So we are all product of the manufacturer called God. So if the joy of every manufacturer is the success of its product, that means the joy of your manufacturer, my manufacturer, is that we are successful. So success is an innate thing he put in us for us to actually express. So the ability for us to express our life as planned, as in a design, to that extent we are successful. I just quickly have to wrap up that. So tonight we are meeting Miscomfort for the not the first time, it's the first time. Our community is meeting Miscomfort for the first time. So Miscomfort, can we meet you? Welcome. Let's meet you. You have been hearing, everybody has been hearing Miscomfort is
All
coming,
right.
Miscomfort is coming. So they want to, our people want to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you very much
Welcome.
for that welcome. And I want to say I'm so happy to be here. Thank God for the grace that He has given to all of us. And I also want to say thank you so much, Kelvin, for having
Sorry,
me.
we can barely hear you. Your audio. Can you hear
Oh,
me? Your audio, I think it's far from your ear.
hello.
Thank you. Yeah,
Can you
it's
hear me?
better. Your mouth, yes, it's better. Your mouthpiece was far from your mouth.
Oh, okay. I think my mouth was far from my earpiece. I hope you
Yes,
can
yes,
hear me now.
yes, better now.
Hello. I hope you can hear
Yes,
me now.
yes, better, better. I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited to be here. As a matter of fact, I want to say thank you for this opportunity that you has given us. And I also want to say thank you, Kelvin, for having me on your platform. I do not take this for granted. I'm always excited to talk about purpose and also share my story. So this is Comfort Adekunle. I am a life and purpose coach. I'm passionate about helping people discover their purpose, discover their potentials, and deploy it to expand the kingdom of God. And I also love to talk about intentional living, which is also similar, which is close to being purposeful. But I am also passionate about helping females discover themselves and become all God has designed them to be. Aside that, I studied biology education in school. I'm a teacher by profession, although I'm not practicing it for now. I'm not in the classroom for now. But I that's what I studied in school, and I love to teach a lot. So that education is also helping me in my coaching um, coaching business. So aside all of that, I found my passion in media, and I developed myself in that area of photography and videography. So I do I am the creative director at the influential media, where we take
Oh my, oh my. I've been saying that Miscomfort network should not kick out, but unfortunately here we are. Network has kicked her out. And guys, so far I don't know about you, but I've been enjoying myself. I've been enjoying myself, but trust me, I have a lot of stories for you before Miss Comfort comes back again. Let me just try to know when she comes back. So let me just be at alert so that when she comes back, I can put her in. Now, quickly, Yesterday, right, I went for a wedding. I've been wanting to share this. I've been wanting to make a video concerning this. Okay, I think Miss Comfort is back. Network, network at oh my, sorry. Okay, very good. Network at the end was is poor. So I've been wanting to share this story, right? Yesterday I went for a friend's wedding. When I got to that wedding, I wrote something on my Facebook page and on my WhatsApp status. I said that I'm just observing. You know how these world people can be now. They were like, how are you observing? Are you praying for your marriage? You go to go all those stuff, like, you know. So I was just observing how event was playing out. The first thing I noticed concerning that wedding is that these two people were young. I mean, they are my friends. They are my friends. Like, they are young, not up to 30. Both of them are not up to 30. But the bulk of people that were in that hall yesterday were people around 50, 60, 70. I mean, the large number of them were 50, 60, 70. So you could imagine, when you say an elderly person is doing an event, it was more so that you could, Adibi, you did not see the couple, you could confuse the the people doing this event for elderly people. Do you understand? So one thing struck my mind because personally, I know that if I'm doing an event, I cannot pull that amount of crowd. Even if I'm able to pull that amount of crowd, I don't think I will be able to pull that age range amount of crowd. You understand? So I was not even concerning. I was not concerned about the crowd, about the number of people that were available. I was concerned of the age group. How were these people able to pull this age group, this set of age group out of their house, out of their houses, and bring them all to one event center? Do you understand? Not like it. Not, I mean, these people have things doing, but they all had to cancel their schedule for that day, uh, block their calendar for just these two persons. Then I wrote on my status, I said, what's your opinion? What actually do you think is the cause of this thing? Somebody said, the person said that two things are involved. Is either the parent had built a solid relationship structure before time, or then themselves, they are influential people and have been able to pull this amount of crowd. Now, I will use my brother's wedding, young Ada. If you're a social media person, you should know young Ada. Young Ada is my cousin. So during young Eda's cousin, people were much. I mean, the crowd was massive. But the age group was not this age group of 50, 60, 70. Do you understand? That's my bone of contention. My bone of contention is they were able to pull this amount of crowd and this particular age group. So the age group that was pulled there were 50, 60, 70 age group grade. So somebody said it's either they are influential or the parents are influential. I go with the second one. The parents definitely must be their parents must definitely be influential people. How do I know? Now, for you to put this crowd, I mean, they are so young, they cannot have built that so much level of relationship with that amount of elderly people for them to be able to pull them out of their houses. So it means that it's their parents that have built that relationship for them, and their parents could leverage on that relationship. That means, first, the parents did not just build relationship and go and sit down. The parents built this relationship and constantly nurtured this relationship to the extent when it was time for the parents to request the help of these people to grace their occasion, they did not relent in coming. They did not relent in giving their time. You might say, sorry, I beg your pardon. You might say some of them are not even coming to spray. In as much as they are not coming to spray, for somebody to leave his house in this time, take a transport, use their money to take transport from wherever they are coming from and converge at one point, it's not easy, sir. I can tell you. I have been a public speaker for quite a while now. I know what it means to gather people. It's not easy for people to leave their houses because of how much rice do you want to give them, how much drink. If some of them, if they even calculate their transport fare, entering a what's it called, an eatery to eat might even be cheaper for them. You understand? But they still had to leave all they had to do that day and came all the way. I said that to say this, that if you are a young person and you are watching this video, one thing you should desire to do is to be consistent and be diligent in building strategic relationship. Now, the people that came yesterday that are most likely this newly wedded couple are calling connections now. We are relationships that were built by their parents, that were nurtured by their parents, that was consciously and intentionally cultivated by their parents. Just imagine the parents did not cultivate those relationships before now. Who knows? There wouldn't have even be any myth of them coming. So the parents had intentionally cultivated a relationship before time and could leverage on that relationship when it's time. Now, let me tell you something. Whether you like it or not, you will be tasty one day. What does that mean? Whether you like it or not, you will need help someday. But it is necessary that you dig well before you are thirsty. I wrote that yesterday, that dig well before you are thirsty. Somebody said, we'll buy pure water. This is not about buying pure water. There are things money cannot buy. There are things your wealth, your resources cannot achieve. Forget that song. Don't let them lie to you. What money cannot do, more money will do. Forget that. That's not true. That's not true. Um, there are different types of currency, and to even shock you, money is the lowest form of currency. And if money is the only type of currency you have and you think you can use to purchase things, you are the poorest man on earth. If money is the only currency you have and you think you can use that to achieve or purchase whatever it's your heart desire, you are the poorest man on earth. Do you understand? There are things relationship can pay for. There are things you be I kind. There's a guy called Jonathan. Do you understand? There's a guy called Jonathan in the Bible, and Jonathan was a friend to David. So Jonathan saw how God was leading David to become the next heir to the throne. Jonathan relinquished his position because Jonathan ought to be the heir apparent to the throne. Jonathan relinquished his position and was willing to help David to become a king. And when it was time for David to reward Jonathan, he asked a word. He said, who is left of the house of Jonathan for me to do favor to? He did not ask, who is left of the house of Saul? Saul was the king at that time. But David did not ask, who is left of the house of Saul. He said, who is left of the house of Jonathan? He was specific. He was specific. That's how I keep missing this name. Is it Mephibosheth or Mephibosheth? I don't know which one is the correct pronunciation. Mephibosheth. Yeah, Mephibosheth is the correct. That's how Mephibosheth entered into the conversation. Do you understand? That's how Mephibosheth had an opportunity. Oh my! After this live session, I'm going to learn how to pronounce this name properly. That's how Mephibosheth entered the conversation that actually led him to what was that? To become renowned. Yes, to become renowned. So you must be intentional concerning building relationships that are strategic to enthroning you in places of influence. You must be strategic concerning nurturing relationship that will be helpful. Now, when we say nurture relationship that will be helpful, don't nurture relationship with the desire that this person is going to repay you tomorrow. That might be very deadly. Because if you nurture relationship with the mindset that this person is going to be of help to me tomorrow, and when the person now fails you, you are disappointed. You are saying you'll be like, no, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think I need to sow into relationship again. Scripture said that if you cast your bread in the morning and in the night, you don't know which one will yield. You don't know which one will be profitable. So when you are building relationship, don't build relationship with the mindset that, oh, I think let me be strategic. Let me use this, what's his name? Mr. Sabinus. Mr. Sabini Susan, you will not do your own, like, let me calculate which one will be useful to me in the future. Which one? Let me go and build strategic relationship with the governor. Eh, In as much as it's good to be very strategic while building relationship, but don't build relationship with the consciousness of receiving. You'll be at the detriment end. Build relationship with the mindset of giving. No matter how rich the person is, no matter how influential the person is, no matter how wealthy the person is, build relationship with the mindset of what can I add to this person's life? What can I give to this person? What is my contribution toward this relationship? If you are parasitic concerning building relationship, you might not go far. Do you understand? If you are parasitic concerning building relationship, you might not go far. In fact, even there are levels of relationship. If you let's use biological terms, and we have the parasitic, the mutualistic, and the commercialistic relationship. Now, the commercialistic, if you are even the commercialistic, where you are receiving, but the person is not being harmed, neither is he receiving anything from you. With time, you'll be cut off. Trust me. With time, you'll be cut off. At this point in your life, be conscious of building mutualistic relationship that adds to you and that you add to. Do you understand? Relationship that adds to you and that you add to. I have been bringing a lot of people, and will still bring many more people on this platform. I have this opportunity. Trust me, I'm not paying these people, but they are willing to lend their voice in this visionary interview conversation, because I have at one time show myself valuable to these persons. I've at one time presented myself as someone of value. I'm not here to draw from you. I'm not here to eat from you. No. I'm looking for what I can add to you. I'm looking for what I can add to you. I'm looking for what I can add to you. Build relationship with the mindset of what can I add to this person? What can I add to this person? Do you understand? So let's go back to our story. So the hall was jam-packed with people that came from all walks of life to celebrate the newly-wedded couple, because the friends, the parents had been intentional concerning building strategic relationship. So you might be saying, I want to I want to build relationship with only the rich. What about that same person you are feeling is rich becomes poor tomorrow? Or haven't you seen how the rich becomes poor tomorrow? That's the mindset. First, when you are building relationship, don't categorize people. In as much as you don't have to categorize people, don't be foolish either. Do you understand? Don't build a relationship with foolish people. Scripture said that he that walks with the wise will be wise. So there are some certain characteristics you should look out for when you're building mutualistic relationship. I'm not saying don't look out for those qualities, but I'm saying don't look down on people. Looking down on people and being conscious of your association or your sphere of influence is not the same thing. There are people that, whether you're in their sphere of influence or not, they have this attitude of looking down on people. They have this attitude of trying to feel like they are on top, they are above people. No, don't go with that mindset. That mindset will not lead you anywhere. Do you understand? That mindset of trying to behave like the boss every now and then will not lead you anywhere. I mean, my staff then, if you see me and my staff talking, you will not even know that I'm the boss. I intentionally made it so. There are advantages and disadvantages to that anyway, but I intentionally made it so that you will not even know he's my staff. You might think it's my brother. If people ask me, I'll tell them, it's my brother. It's not my staff. It's my brother. I treat him like my brother. So now you must not look down on people while building strategic relationship. Don't underrate people. What you should weigh are things that can matter in the next 5 years, are things that are important in the next 5 years. Is this person wise? Does he make a wise decision? Does he make strategic decision? In his communication, how does he see life? What's his perception concerning life? Is he pessimistic or optimistic? Do you understand? Those are necessary qualities you should check, not checking qualities like he get money, he not get money, now fine boy, I been an ugly girl. No, those things will not matter in the next 5 years. I can really assure you that. Being handsome or not, just take one liquid component pouring on your face for you to forget either you were once handsome or you were once that. Do you understand? just one, God forbid, just one liquid, one hot liquid component, once it splashes on your face, you will not remember if you were once a handsome boy, once an ugly girl. What matters in the next 5 years, whether you are ugly or you are beautiful, in the next 5 years, you will still be relevant, you will still be useful. Who knew Toby Amusan before until she became, beg your pardon, until she became a two-time uh, Commonwealth Championship gold medal receiver? Nobody knew her before. I mean, Toby Amusan, although she's a fine girl, but she's a normal, she's a lady that maybe on a normal day, if you see her, you just pass her. Do you understand? So be intentional concerning building your relationship. Be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional. So I've listed a few things you need to look at for when building strategic relationship. I normally coin everything in one word. Does this person have sense? This person that you are trying to build relationship with, does he have sense? A companion of fools will be destroyed. A companion of fools will be destroyed. But again, he that he that what word? He said a vision will not prosper except in the company of counselors. Do you understand? Your vision will not prosper except in the company of counselors. A wise man once said that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you have to go with people. If you want to go far, you have to go with people. But if you want to go fast, good and fine, you can go alone. But if the journey is, I mean, if the journey is very far and you are desirous to get to that journey, you need to go far. You need to go with people. You need to go with people. All right, comfort is back. Amazing. All right, let's add my comfort to the. My comfort, how are you? Your network is just disturbing you tonight. Can you hear me?
So annoying. I'm trying to. Yes, I can hear you.
I
I hope you
I
can hear
can
me
I
too.
can yeah, I can hear you now. I can imagine when you are a media boss and network is just trying to mess you up, like, Kai, see, I am a developer, I'm a media boss. Don't try to misbehave. I can imagine. I can imagine.
It
Yeah,
is
welcome
well,
back.
as far as I'm in Nigeria, there's no how such things.
Somebody said that
Thank you.
if it's our 200 kilobyte network we want to use to change the world. If it's our 200 kilobyte network we
See,
want to use to change the world.
it is
Amazing.
well. Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah,
welcome
yeah.
back. You're
No
welcome back.
problem.
So quickly, let's meet you. We have spent 37 minutes already. It's a nice one.
Oh. All right. I think I've said all of that before. Probably you couldn't hear me properly.
Yeah, you said a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
That your
So let me
comfort.
just summarize. Yeah,
Okay.
let me just summarize it so that we can just get started. So one of the things I'm passionate about is helping people discover their purpose and discover their potentials to become everything God has designed them to be. And this is what I've been doing for over 3 years now, to the glory of God.
Amazing.
So that's one of the things I'm passionate about. Aside that, I'm passionate about helping females discover themselves, just to encourage females and push them to become everything that God has designed them to be without limitations or any other thing. So then media too. I'm a photographer and a videographer. I I love media. I love helping people. I love covering, snapping, creating things. So those are the things I do basically. Those are the things I do.
Amazing. Again, thank you, thank you. Our comfort, many a times, people say purpose discovery is very, very hard. I mean, if you have had a chit chat with a lot of people, like, I've tried to discover purpose. Purpose is hard. I don't think, see, I just want to live my life. Once you even present the conversation of purpose to some people, they are giving up. They are not willing to listen. They are like, see, I've tried all I can. I've tried. In fact, I've had coaches tell me, do this, do that, you get it, do this. And they're like, so how did you discover your own purpose? Like, let's start from you. How did you know that this is what I want to do? This is what I was called at. This is what I was designed for.
Okay. Well, the first before I share how I discover my own purpose is that one thing I want everybody to know is that there's this mindset that we need to change, which is looking at purpose like one big religious thing, mountain that it was overcome, like must be dramatic before you discover it, must be a dramatic encounter, and you must have a cloud of heavens upon your head. You know, those things are one of the things that hinder people from discovering their purpose. And they're like, I'm not having this feeling. I don't see any cloud on my head. I don't hear one very thick voice telling me this or that. So the first thing everybody must know is that purpose discovery has nothing to do with a religious act or anything that has to do with it's not like a mountain that, oh, this is so big. So sharing my own story, I when I wanted to start, actually I was teaching at that time, and I had no idea of what purpose is. I had no idea. And I just felt like there has to be more to life. As at that time, I was tired, I was stressed, I was depressed. I just felt that there has to be more to life. So at that time, I like life, life made no meaning to me at that time. So I was having this nudge in my spirit that, oh God, I don't understand it. As a matter of fact, I've not heard anybody tell me about purpose. I've not met any coach. I've not read it in any book. The only place where I find that word purpose was in one of my old journals. I wrote fulfilling purpose. So when I saw that book, I was like, what does it mean to fulfill purpose? So that was just how it started. And I was praying to God that, okay, what does this thing purpose mean? Like, when you introduce something to a child and that child is confused. That was how I was. I was confused. I had no idea of what purpose is. I've not heard anyone say it to me. I've not heard anyone give me any principle on how I can discover my purpose. So I started praying. I started praying seriously. And God did not just tell me at that time that, oh, this is your purpose. It started from obedience. Okay, he's gonna tell me, do this, write this and post it, read this book, and that was where it started from. So at the time I started, it was not as if God told me, oh, this is your purpose, because I couldn't explain what purpose is at that time. So even if God had told me, oh, this is your purpose, I might not go far, or I might not have the full understanding of it. So I had no idea of what it is. I was just following the leading of the Holy Spirit. So whenever you call me to talk about purpose, I don't I have strategies or principles. As a matter of fact, I have a free course on how to discover purpose. But everything starts from God, and that was how my whole story started. I started obeying the Holy Spirit when He tell me, okay, do this, write about this, read this. So after about probably 4 months or 5 months of consistent listening to the Holy Spirit and carrying out everything He asked me to do, that was when He mentioned it to me that, okay, this is what I've designed, I've created it for. So that's just my own story.
Amazing, amazing. What an awesome story. Amazing. You said something that some people make purpose discovery a kind of religious affiliation, right? And they make it look like, you need to hear a voice, my soul, this is what I've made you to do.
Yeah,
So, and
this is it.
some people are just sitting and waiting for that voice, like, when will I hear my voice? When will the time come? When will my own voice come? So most of them are just sitting like that, waiting to hear that voice. Now, is it really possible to fulfill, no, not to fulfill now, to discover purpose outside God?
I can't
Did you
hear
hear the
you very well.
Did
What
you
did
hear
you
the
say? Can
question?
you come? No, no, no. I did not hear the question.
Okay, I said
Can you come again?
you said something about purpose. People are making purpose something more like a religious affiliation, right? And other people are there waiting for them to hear a very loud voice and saying, this is what I want you to do, this is the part I've called you out for. But unfortunately that voice have not come. So is it really possible to discover purpose outside God?
Is it
Did you hear me
possible to
now?
what?
To discover purpose outside God. Outside God.
Outside God? It's impossible. It's impossible because everything we want to be is from Him. Like we can't do anything outside Him. It's inside out. So we came from God. Everything that is going to happen in our life, everything that will happen in our life will definitely come from God. Now, hearing God is not like, you must identify how God speaks to you. And that's why some people are finding it difficult because they do not have a relationship with God. If you don't have a relationship with God, you cannot fulfill your purpose. So, when you are seeking to discover your purpose, you must first work out your relationship with God.
Oh my. I was afraid network was going to kick out again. But here we are. Amazing, amazing. I don't know. Sincerely, this lady is already blessing me already. See, we are giving you content here and we are not asking for offering and offering basket. We should start passing offering basket around so that when you are coming, you drop your offering. Now, she was saying something concerning people here waiting for the audible voice of God, right? Amongst many other things you will learn while understanding purpose. I don't like calling it discovering purpose because your purpose is not lost. Your purpose is within you, it's inside you, it's what you were created for. You understand? We are created for this. I mean, you were designed, beg your pardon, you were designed based on this pattern. So you are designed to meet a need. And how do I explain this now? In feasibility study, if you have done market research, in feasibility study, what one thing that happens is that they ask you to go to the market and look for a need. And when you get that need, you have to create a product that is custom specific to meeting that need. You understand? The same way there was a need on earth and you were designed based on that need. You were designed, your architecture, was structured based on that need. So it's more like a round peg thing. So your architecture was designed based on the solution in meeting that need. Do you understand? Architecture was designed like that. So as your architecture was designed, so that need was well studied first. Do you understand? That need was well studied first, so that as the need was studied, you were being made. So what you might feel like, oh, this problem just came up now. Why are you making me feel like uh I'm not created to solve this problem? The problem came up now to you. The problem did not come up now to your manufacturer. Do you understand? Your manufacturer had foresaw that problem even before time. Before computers started coming out, you that was created and designed as a computer developer, it has already been the solution we were made to 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 create had already the problem already existed even before you were created. Do you understand? Problem already existed in time, in futuristic time. before you were created. So you were created based on meeting that solution, and in meeting that solution, being influential, and being influential, bringing the kingdom to bear in that sphere of influence. Do you understand? That's the end goal of your purpose. That you bring colonization to that sphere of influence, to that sphere of influence. I'm just waiting for my comfort. We might likely round off now. So I'm tired. Am I tired? Yes, this light is on my eyes. So that you bring Christ to that sphere of influence, you dominate that sphere of influence, and you enthrone the King Christ. You understand? You enthrone the King Christ, and when you have done that, that's when we say this person has fulfilled purpose. There was a need that was saw before you were created, and you were created as a solution based on that need, so that it can be a round peg, round hole thing. Having created in eternity, you were thrown into time. You were thrown into time to be a solution to that need. Do you understand? You were thrown into time to be a solution to that need. And as a solution, the end goal of your purpose is that you create a specific and strategic solution that makes you influential. And with that influence, you now bring Christ to bear in that sphere of influence. You now bring the kingdom of God to bear in that sphere of influence. Like the man called Joseph, there was a problem that was in Egypt that nobody could solve. So having solved that problem to the extent that it was said that no God should be worshipped except the God of what's his name now? Jacob. Is it Jacob? No, sorry. The God of Joseph. I beg your pardon. The God of Joseph. Now, the same thing for Daniel. Daniel, there was a problem in the land of Babylon that no man could solve. There was a national problem that no man could solve. That problem had not existed before Daniel came to that place. But that problem was existing in the future. And because that problem was existing in the future, the element for the solution of that problem was imbibed into Daniel. Do you understand? During the production of Daniel, the element for the solution of that problem was wired into Daniel, so that when Daniel is sent into time by the algorithm of heaven and the algorithm of the time of life, there will be an interface, there will be a point of joining where Daniel will meet that problem that he was wired to be a solution for. And why creating solution for that problem, he will bring the colonization of the kingdom of heaven to bear in that sphere of influence, to the extent that men will come to know the God and the only true God through the influence and through the solution Daniel is bringing to his word. Do you understand? Through the influence and through the solution Daniel is bringing to his word. The same thing for David. There was a national problem. The man called Goliath was abusing and terrorizing the children of Israel, that no man could bring solution to that problem. So for a visionary that wants to start making impact, the base mark of making impact is understanding that he was created as a solution provider, and that until he successfully consistently creates that solution, that's when he will become influential. And until he's influential, that's when it's easier for colonization. Do you understand? That's when it's easier for colonization. So David came from the bush and saw that one huge idiot called Goliath was abusing the children of Israel. And something in him clicked up. That's the solution. Something in him clicked up and said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine that's terrorizing the army? Now, they told him that, in fact, he could see how big the giant was. And they were like, all the armies have not been able to destroy this man. And the next question is he asked is, what will be given to the person that killed this man? Not, am I able to kill this man? Understand his point of communication. Not, will I be able to kill this man? Not, am I able to kill this man? His point of communication is, what will be given to the person that will kill this man? I am certain that the solution to this problem was wired in me. I am certain that there is something in me that was created for a time like this. for a time like this. That's what Esther's uncle was trying to tell Esther, that see, you were created for such a time like this. This is your moment. This is your Kairos moment. So every visionary has a Kairos moment. We'll discuss Kairos moment sometime in the future. Every visionary has a Kairos moment, because that Kairos moment is when that solution that was wired in him is supposed to come out and solve that problem that is at hand, that he was wired to solve, so that at that point he can gain influence. Because in solving that problem, that's what we call impact. So at that point he can have influence, and through that influence bring colonization to that sphere of influence. Do you understand? He can bring colonization to that sphere. So he needs to understand that there is a Kairos moment, and he needs to be prepared for that Kairos moment. So David's Kairos moment came, and he saw the uncircumcised Philistine. He said that, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? So the wiring in him that was made to bring solution to this problem already has kicked in. Do you understand? The wiring in him that was made to bring solution to this problem already had kicked him. So he was already angry, and he asked, what will be done for the man that's able to kill this uncircumcised Philistine? And they started telling him that, oh, this will be done for him, that will be done for him. Then somebody now went to tell Saul, which was the king at that time, that see, there's a man here trying to do more than he can chew. That man I can chew. And Saul called him and said, young man, introduce yourself. And he introduced himself. Then he gave his testimony. That's why we cannot overemphasize the place of building and strategic volunteering as a visionary. Do you understand? We cannot overemphasize the place of building and strategic volunteering as a visionary. So David started unleashing his CV. He started telling the king where he has been. He started telling the king how he has volunteered before. He started telling the king the things he has done. He said that I was taking care of the sheep of my father. A bear came and collected one sheep. I left the remaining sheep, pursued that bear, killed the bear, and took the sheep from his mouth. A lion came. I made sure I ran after that lion. I killed that lion. I took my sheep from his hand. So if I have done this before, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? So now the king was not confident in David, that, oh, if he has done this before, I think he's likely to do this. Do you understand? If he has done this before, I think he's likely to be able to bring down this Philistine. Then the king, in trying to be very, very somewhat caring, he started giving David armors, the armors of war. Now David wore it at first. The guy said, no, I'm uncomfortable. I am not trained with this armor of war. Now that's why we said that your Kairos moment will not wait for you. When it comes to your Kairos moment will not wait for you to start preparing at your Kairos moment. Do you understand? Your Kairos moment will not wait for you to start building up your solution and building up momentum at your Kairos moment. No, you ought to have prepared before your Kairos moment. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. You ought to have prepared before your Kairos moment, so that when your Kairos moment comes, it will be a takeoff time. There's what we call eclipse. No, not eclipse now. Escape velocity. Thank you. When your Kairos moment come, it will be escape velocity. Your velocity, the what's it called now? I'm trying to remember this. Thank you. The force of gravity will not be able to hold you again at that point when your Kairos moment comes, and when you are prepared for your Kairos moment. That's why you see that, oh, some people, their Kairos moment comes, and before you know, they are no longer okay. Aside that, there are people that prepared for their Kairos moment but did not prepare after their Kairos moment. We'll discuss that some other time. But there are some people that did not actually prepare for their Kairos moment. Do you understand? So now you see, Kairos moment comes, either you take advantage of that Kairos moment or not. So it was David's Kairos moment. David did not wait. He took advantage of that Kairos moment. He said, no, king, I've have not trained well. I have not been trained in the usage of this kind of armor. You keep this armor. There is a pattern of training I've received in the bush. In my volunteering process, there is a way I've learned how to deal with situations like this. There's a way I've learned how to strategic bring solution to problem like this. There is a way I've learned when I was learning in the field. There's a way I've learned how to do this thing. Just just give me just give me these stones. I will be able to sort it out. And the king gave him the king did as he asked. The king did as he asked, gave him, I think, how many stones? I think three stones. Then it was recorded that the tribe of David, they were men that were good with catapult. So David took one of the stone, rolled it on a catapult, and the next thing you see that it was on the head of Goliath. Do you understand? It was on the head of Goliath. That's one thing you should understand, that as visionaries, you need to consistently volunteer for opportunities that can build you up for your Kairos moment. That when your Kairos moment comes, you take a leap and off you go. All right, Miss Comfort is back. Welcome, Miss Comfort. Your network is amazing tonight. Your network is amazing tonight. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can
Oh,
hear you.
amazing. Thank you.
I
You're
can hear
welcome back.
you. I have to switch to, yeah, I have to switch to another network.
Oh, really
Hopefully
sorry.
this will be okay.
This must have been very stressful for you. All right. Oh my. The network is still not funny at all. Or should we postpone your interview to another day? Okay, I think we have to postpone our interview to another day. So, guys, go and work with this. Go and work with this replay. I will meet Miss Comfort at the back end so that we can schedule an interview for some other time. But trust me, you really, even me, I've been blessed. If you have not been blessed, I've been blessed. I have. What word? You know, when this spirit keeps speaking through you, I as I'm talking to you now, those things that we have shared today, I need to go and write them down because they came spontaneously. And I'm sincerely grateful that it's like this. All things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to his purpose. So next week I will come your way again, maybe with my comfort or another visionary. Do you understand? But trust me, we'll definitely have a visionary on board next week. And the path of the just is as a shining light. It shines brighter. It shines brighter. It definitely shines brighter. So reach out to your friends if you have not watched any of the visionary live sessions. They should go and watch. They should go and listen. They should jot down things. What makes you different from other visionaries is the amount of stories you have listened to, the amount of visionaries you have seen speak about their journey, how they were able to tackle those challenges that are difficult to people now. They surmounted the challenges, and here they are sharing their stories with us. So someday it might be you we are bringing to the studio to come and share your visionary story. But first, you need to listen to people's stories, take insight, and take understanding from there, and off you go. My name is T. Kevin Ogbosage. I know you know, and I'm the director at Prela. This is brought to you by Prela Purpose Relationship and Leadership Academy. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a lovely night rest. Surely have